Lillian Sing co-chairs the Comfort Women Justice Coalition. She was the first Asian American female judge in Northern California. She retired after more than 30 years to focus on fighting sex crimes and launched the Comfort Women Memorial in San Francisco. Welcome. What got you so interested in this?
Oh, fighting for justice, fighting for the truth, making sure the world does not forget this horrible, horrible chapter of history that Japan wants to wipe out. It is very important that Japan faces history and not allow all the comfort women to die and hoping that nobody will remember. This is why we build memorials. This is why it's so important. And this is why we cannot afford to allow Japan not to recognize its history. Japan needs to face its history, needs to apologize sincerely for the comfort women who have died so poorly they were treated. You know, you mentioned there are only 14 left in China, or you mentioned there are only 2 left in Taiwan. There are only 14 left in China and 27 left in Korea. And at one time, there were over 400,000 comfort women who were kidnapped and raped by the Japanese imperial government. I think Japan is trying to wait out and hoping that all the live witnesses will be gone and the world will forget, and we will never allow that to happen. You know, Mike, there was a movie that we premiered in San Francisco called The Da Han, and this is the first Chinese comfort woman that was shown in the United States. It was a smashing success. It took courage for me to watch the movie, but it took greater courage for Mrs. Tao, who just died less than a month ago, to tell her story, to tell the world what happened to the Chinese comfort women. And this is a chapter we cannot forget. Yes, Mike?
I was going to ask about the power of the memorial itself. I know the California artist who created it said he knew of this story, but really didn't know the extent of the torture until he researched it, and then he wanted to reduce his rate. He really wanted to be involved in this project. Talk to me about the power itself of the memorial.
Well, the power of the memorial can be seen by what the new ambassador from Japan stated when he first took the post. His first task was to remove the Comfort Women Memorial. And the first memorial that he wants to take down is the San Francisco Memorial. That's how powerful our memorial is in San Francisco. And also the Osaka Mayor Ushimura, issued a letter to our new mayor, London Breed, that he wants to remove our San Francisco comfort women. Otherwise, he wants to break 60 years of sister city relationship with San Francisco. This is how powerful our memorial is. It threatens Japan. It forces Japan to face its history. Japan is afraid of the truth. And the power also comes from the citizens. We're going to celebrate our first anniversary on September the 22nd. We have over 24 citizens from Osaka traveling to San Francisco to celebrate the Comfort Women Memorial, because the citizens of Osaka understand what this painful chapter means, and they are with us. The power of the people, as people to people, is very powerful. Whereas politicians want to wipe this out, people want to make sure the history continues and be remembered, and the citizens of the world will never forget.
And these comfort women, as you pointed out, are aging, they're dying off, and I imagine their story could die with them. They could die in the shadows if it weren't for memorials, and for people like you still keeping the story alive.
Thank you, Mike. But I also want to urge everybody to watch this movie in China, the Da Han. This woman was so courageous. She was raped, she was kidnapped, and after the war, when she came back, the community did not accept her because, like all rape victims, they were felt guilty as if something was wrong with her, and the community felt that she was dirtied by the Japanese soldier. Now we understand the pain and sufferings of the comfort women. They are the courageous people. They're the heroes of our community. So it is a memorial on one hand. It is also stories that Miss Tao Nai Nai was able to tell during this movie. I urge China citizens to go and see this movie. It is being premiered right now in China. It was actually first premiered in San Francisco on July the 7th in commemoration of Lu Gou Qiao, and it was smashing success. But I think Chinese people are somewhat reluctant sometimes to face the past themselves because it's so painful to face the past. But we citizens need and be courageous to watch this, and also together we need to force Japan to face the truth and apologize, pay reparation, and do what is right.
Lillian, we're going to leave it there, but thanks so much for joining us from San Francisco. Really appreciate it.